When people talk about what is graffiti, the pure element is the spray can, the paint that comes out, and what you do with that paint, and that's it.
Do you get permission to do this? Who gives you permission?
No amount of cricket, so don't worry, it's legal.
Come on, bring it on.
Well, concrete canvas is going on.
We're okay.
And we all know that's an excellent time of year where we get different artists coming into Chelmsford.
It's a feeling of being involved in Chelmsford and having an ownership of the place, as well as being involved in a larger sort of art scene.
The thing that I really like about street art festivals is that you get a chance to meet up with all your mates. And also connecting with local artists as well, right? You know.
It's very humbling to be alongside some of the artists that we've got this year.
That's always the buzz for me about a paint festival.
It brings a light to the high street and to town in general. It just makes everyone, especially this time of the year when it's all being done, everyone just starts talking to each other about it, and it brings a lot of people together.
Lots of young people have been coming up and saying, that's really cool, how can we get involved?
And it just gives a bit of character to Chelmsford.
You're going to have people come down purely for the art.
Scouting for street spots is a mix of walking the dog around every single alleyway and street and road in Chelmsford, then hoping to God that somebody who owns that building is going to give you permission for them.
I've been waiting for this sort of thing to happen in Chelmsford, well, all my life.
Everyone's really upbeat about it, and yeah, it's a great feeling at the moment, really great feeling.
Been so lucky to have Chaz from the London Police as someone that comes from Chelmsford and cares about art in Chelmsford, and everybody's willing to do it for Chaz because you would. It's Chaz.
Not having that at all. I can dip into that pool of artist friends and find out who are the ones who'll come and do it on a shoestring, because there's not a lot of budget still in this event, and there should be more given from the city.
Yeah, my initial feeling about Chelmsford is, first, it's difficult for me to pronounce it.
The bollard artists, the open reach cabinets and the CCTV bases, this is their first experience of ever painting in public.
I'm finding my own style, slowly.
And that's a whole different ballgame.
Last year I just had a little bollard, so I've moved up in the world. I've got a bigger pile this year. You know, it's part of the process when you're doing something in the public eye, isn't it? It's getting the community involved.
This is really good for the city and the growth of the city and the inspiration to the young people and that. Let's put some more money into it.
You get out in public and people are stopping you every 5 minutes to talk about it, and you've got a different surface to work on, probably different materials because it's concrete or metal. That's when you've got to bring your game and sort of go, OK, how do I adapt?
I had a random, I think, Instagram message from Chaz from London Police, and I found out rather excitedly because I'm a massive fan. We spoke on the phone, and he said, do you want to come paint in Chelmsford? And I was happy to paint anywhere. The wall was much bigger when I got here than I thought it would be. As far as kind of visibility goes, it's a fantastic spot, right? It's right near town, it's really big, it's nice and high, so it's not going to get tagged.
Everything's so completely different. All 12 bollards, there's not one that you think, oh, that might be the same artist. They're all so different.
Yes! That is good, I like that.
I stumbled upon what was happening in the street art world and realised that that was missing in my life. And it just excited me. The only thing that I think is more pure than going out and doing that and to do street art is to do graph. I mean, you've got Essex Rockers painting here, right? You know, really famous graph crew.
We're still wedded to what we believe is the one thing, a spray can.
There's a street art festival in Chelmsford. Immediately I thought that is the sort of spot that everybody that paints the gasworks would just pile onto and do their thing. We've got permission, let's just treat it like a day at the gasworks.
People get nicked for doing this.
Just like old times, really, and it was great. And people walked past and said, "Oh, I remember when it used to be like this round there, and that's all gone now, isn't it?" And I thought, "Yeah, but we're still here, and look how popular it is now. We're in the centre of town, so."
But it's graffiti.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to have Shepherd Ferry send some work through to us. What a joy that was to see that being unpacked. You just need to have eyeballs to know who Shepherd Ferry is, I think. Having that now on a wall in Chelmsford as sort of part of the cityscape is just smashing it to me. People are going to step up throughout the years. So who's to say you've done a bollard this year, do an open reach cabinet next year, get onto a wall the year after that, or the live art at the street party. It can be experimental, it can be whatever you want it to be, because that's art, right? That's what art is.
You know, it was kind of surprising to see, you know, Deface's painting, right? Deface is one of the world's leading top artists. And it's a great, you know, fantastic location, but you kind of imagine him to be doing 14 stories as opposed to, you know, that end piece. But
I don't think there's a single person that could walk into Chelmsford and say they don't like any of it.
Candy and her team is making it happen.
they're city centre pieces, right? And it's very rare that you get the opportunity to do something right bang in the centre of town. But everything's within walking distance. It's really small, really close, really accessible.
Yeah, I think a lot of cities and big towns are realising that it's a great way to get art up in their city and make the cities more interesting, get people involved.
In a lot of people's minds, they don't realise that it's going to be basically gallery standard, amazing artwork. I've loved all of them, all of the artists that have turned up and done their thing. Personality-wise, whatever, they're just all talent beyond talent, and it's stunning. Done what they said they were going to do and done an amazing job. You don't have an art festival without artists.
The strongest festivals are those that encompass all of those elements of people working on the street. You know, the paste-up artists, the sticker artists, the graft writers. You know, it's the only thing that we share is that space, you know.
Well, it's a fantastic thing, you know. Do you get any thanks for it? It's fantastic. It's down to the individually person.
I got a question for Gallo.
No, what's the question?
Yeah, my question for Gallo is why are you wearing sunglasses inside in an interview?
I was the man that created the wheelie bins in this town. Thank you.
You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
The man who invented the wheelie bin